Oh, hey, what's up, guys? Man, nice day out today. It's perfect operating temperature. She's about 67 degrees with a very light breeze, overcast. And yeah, I think it's going to be a pretty good day. I don't know if you guys have noticed or not, but I'm standing here next to this gorgeous piece of machinery, oh Charlie Bucket. And man, just look at it, will you? This thing is a mess. Every hydraulic hose, every cylinder leaking, not working. Transmission is a nightmare. Wiring is a nightmare. But you know, we got this thing super duper cheap, and I'm just hoping that, you know, a guy can throw a few G's at it and make it operational. Today we're going to do two things. We're going to get after this cylinder first, and when we're done with this cylinder, we're going to get after the stabilizer cylinder that's down on the ground, and we'll possibly do both stabilizer cylinders today. And it's possible that we'll get the dipper cylinder. This is the bucket, that's the dipper, and the one inside is the boom. Now the one inside is the hardest one to do, so we're going to save that one till last. If you remember, if I even mentioned it, I ordered the bucket tilt cylinder that was just pouring oil out, and the dipper cylinder kit from JCB. And then I found some on eBay that were much, much cheaper. And so I ordered the stuff on eBay like a week after I ordered the stuff from JCB. And well, wouldn't you know it, the eBay stuff came and the JCB stuff never got ordered. And so I canceled that order and I just reordered the rest of the seals from eBay. But anyhow, long story short, these seals from JCB about $125. These seals from eBay about 30 bucks. And everybody says that the ones from eBay are just as good, if not better, than the JCB stuff. So that's what we went with. But we're about to find out. We'll get this cylinder out right here. And this is going to suck a little bit because once you take this pin out, this bucket's just kind of going to be where it's going to be. And it might be more than I can handle to put it back in there. So we'll have to see. We might have to do something with this. But we'll get this pin out. We'll get this nut off. We'll get this cylinder apart. We'll get her fixed back up, and we'll get her back together. And then we'll see how it goes. So first things first, I'm going to see if this nut is loose. I think I did this nut. I think I did this nut already. Because I went around the machine and yes, I did. I went around the machine and I made sure that these nuts were all going to break loose while I had the big pipe out. So yeah. So we talked about it yesterday in the repair video. If you have hydraulic oil pushing past the dust seal, then the actual seals inside the cylinder are leaking, and that's allowing oil to get up to this dust seal, because really the dust seal is only a dust seal. So a couple of things are going to happen. This thing is pretty tall. We're going to get a little oil pan and put it right here, because when I take this off, there's going to be some oil in there. And then once I get this pin out and I pull the cylinder apart, which I'll have to disconnect the hoses so we can get some air in the cylinder. When I pull the cylinder apart, there's going to be, you know, about this much oil in that cylinder on the top that's going to come out with it. So it's going to make a mess. We'll probably get us a little ladder and I'll bring it back. Let's see. Yeah, okay. You see that O-ring is just coming out of there in chunks, which that's the way the other one was too. Okay, now this has a cross bolt in it, so we'll get a impact out here. We'll get that cross bolt. Hopefully that cross bolt will come out of there. Hopefully somebody put some anti-seize in there. Thing moves a little bit, so it should be good. I'll be right back. Bolt came right out, so that's good. What's going to happen, I can tell you that likely what's going to happen is there's not going to be a place for this. It's awesome. Oh shit. Are you there? All right, so don't play on your phone when you're standing up on top of the loader, because that'll get you every time. I mean, I don't think so. They're supposed to be waterproof, right?
Yeah. Well, they're water resistant.
Come over and I'll show you what I did. You got any shoes on?
No.
Of course not. Anyways, you see this bucket right here?
Oh.
Yeah, I was up there. It fell out of my pocket. And there's about this much oily water in there.
Dirty, oily water.
Yeah, I took it apart, or took the case off and blew the water off it with the air hose. All right. I thought you were still gone.
I just have to go over there and open the door and make sure they got food and water, scoop the cat litter, come back.
All right. I love you. Yeah, I'm good for a while on breakfast. I'm good for a while with breakfast.
Well, I know we use an hour to get a little dog.
Okay. I love you. Okay. There we go. All right. So we got that bent out there a little bit. We'll try and get that. We'll get that welded. I wish I had the right size wrench for these. 1 inch is getting it, but it's a metric, and my metric only goes up to 24. So yeah, I need to get the Snap-on guy to give me some higher stuff. I'd like to have flank drives all the way from 1 inch through 2 inch, and I'd like to have, but that's like $2,000. And I'd like to have metric from 25 to 36, but that's also a couple G's. So I don't think I'm going to do it. I rarely use metric anymore. I mean, obviously this machine's metric, so if I'm going to keep this machine, and that Hitachi might be, if I'm going to keep this machine, I might need some steeper metrics. And what's liable to happen here is, obviously when I let this out, this is going to come back here, and the wheel is going to go straight down. And so what's liable to happen, let me make sure you guys are still watching. What's liable to happen is I'll take a hydraulic fluid bath here. Ooh, this puppy is heavy. Oops, that's my hand in there. I'd like to have this be a easy get off, but it's not going to be. It's going to be a goat rodeo. Ah, boy. Ooh, this bushing's shot. Or maybe it's supposed to be that way. It looks like it might supposed to be that way. Yeah. That's good. Okay, we'll clean that bushing up real good when we put it back together. Putting it back together is going to be a pain in the ass too, because you got to hold this up. You know, we'll have to block it up and then come in from an angle, and then that initial thing is kind of a pain in the ass too. Not too bad. Not as bad as it could have been. You know, obviously some of it's not going in the bucket, but hey, what's up, guys? Man, this thing is not much fun. Anyways, what we're trying to do right now is get Charlie Bucket apart. Got to change the seals in this. We started loosening up this nut and it was coming pretty good, and then my pipe wrench broke. So we got a bigger pipe wrench and now it won't move at all. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to get the forklift in here and just pick up on this and get that extended a little bit and see if we get the weight off it. I think right now we got it cockeyed in there, and I probably should have planned better, but you know, it is what it is. Let me grab the forklift and see what we can do with it. Okay, there we go. Yep, had red Loctite on it. You don't have to Loctite this. No need to it. You Loctite shit you can't get to after the fact. You don't Loctite this. Like an idiot. Okay. So we'll get this bolt out. We'll knock this pin out. Then we'll pick this up a little bit so it comes out of there. Then we'll brace this up, we'll let that down, and we'll pull that out. All right, so this cylinder is the same size as the stabilizer cylinder. I never got the dipper one. This is one that I ordered from JCB. And so I just mic'd it to make sure it's the same. It's the same. So we're just going to use the last stab one. We'll order a new one. All right, we're going to have to get the big mofo over here. All right. And the earthquake wins again. That's crazy how strong that thing is, really. Yep, that's good. Okay, this piece, turn these over. Got about 51 minutes left. So this is what we can do. We can get this seal here cleaned out. Completely gutted. Oh man, I didn't take a cell ring off. All right, so this one. Uh-oh. 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 Oh yeah, I am. Sometimes I'm dumb. I was like, how is that even possible? It's not. All right, so this is finished. All right, so pick this thing up. Oh, wait. Put it in there. Pick it up. Yeah. All right. Okay. Turn this upside down. And we're going to put this on there. Doesn't seem like it ever was on there like that. Okay, like that. Yep. I don't like these rings. They act funny, but I don't think it's coming off of there. All right, so I'm just going to take a little bit of hydraulic oil. I'm going to lube this thing up. Lube this thing up. Make this thing almost impossible to handle. Right back. I don't think I can do anything with this board. I don't fucking know. All right. All right. Okay. I'm gonna wipe this off. Ah. Okay. Hi. All right. Okay. I want to say it was right about there. Now we'll take and clean this and clean this pin up. All right, so what we're gonna do now is we're gonna get this thing, we got this greasing. We greased all that up, we cleaned, wire wheeled and greased the pin. We're going to get this board out of there and get this started in there all in one flail swoop. Believe me, don't you? All right, so up with this, down with that. Okay. Yeah. This is gonna suck a little bit because we're gonna get it down below that and then have to go up into it. And I think what I want to do is put this board in there so I can use this board to pry that cylinder up like this. See, put this over here. We'll give this a whack right here. Okay. Now we'll give that a turn. Okay. And then pull the hammer out of there. Come on now. All right. Now we will tap that out. Doesn't really work like I had thought. But what we can do is we can do something else. I just don't know what. I'm thinking just a little bit. It's hard to do everything by yourself, but I can do it. I can do it. A little hard. All right, now we're going to clean up these bolts and we'll put them back in, bring it back. All right, so we're going to copper anti-seize these bolts up. Copper because I'm out of nickel. And why are we going to anti-seize them up? Because, you know, we want the next guy that owns this piece of equipment to be able to get those out. Nobody wants to have to fight with fasteners and pins. So, you know, a little bit of 10 minutes of prep before you assemble it can save you hours of headache later. But yeah. All right, so this one's a little one. Big one goes on that end. I don't remember where that was. Right there. There you go. Okay. And this one should be relatively simple. Tried to get some hoses made today, but those guys nowhere around. I didn't buy fittings for those little 1/4 inch, and I guess I should have, but I didn't. It doesn't really need to be that tight, but just snug it up. Okay. All right. We'll have to get those two later when we curl that bucket. And I really need one that can get in and on an angle. All right, everything except for the one down there took. So there's that. Well, so now guys, we got dipper, we got bucket, stabilizer, and one tilt cylinder done. We need to do stabilizer, tilt cylinder, and I think the tilt cylinders and the loader bucket cylinders are all the same, so I think I have all of those. So next thing we'll do, I gotta put these lines on, but the next thing we'll do is we'll get these 4 lines replaced on the stabilizers. We'll get these, while this is down, we'll get these lines changed on the loader and dipper, or the bucket and dipper. And then we're gonna have to see what it's gonna take to get this cylinder out of here. And I think what it'll take is, it's gonna take us getting this, unfortunately this is gonna be a big job, I think. So I think it's gonna take getting this off, this pin out right here, and then taking all the hydraulic lines loose and pulling this arm off of the cylinder. So we'll have to get this pin will have to move, and this pin will have to move, and we'll get this cylinder out. Now what we may do, we may be able to just take this pin out and take the cylinder out this way. And if that's the case, cool. And then we'll put the lines on it, run the cylinder up, put the pin in, and then put it back in here. I'm gonna need help for that. I'll probably get my cousin to come help me with that. Once the backhoe bucket, the dipper, and the boom all have new hoses, we'll run new hoses from the machine to this, and this part will be done. We'll get these 2 hoses we got one. We'll get this hose changed, those 2 hoses changed, and then we've got 2, 4, 6, 8 hoses on the front to change.